fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, it's time to do another movie review. Yes, it's time to review the sequel from 2017's The Babysitter. It's The Babysitter Killer Queen. Ooh. Now, The Babysitter Killer Queen is a 2020 comedy horror film and was directed by Mick G. It was written by him, Dana Lagina, Brad Morris, and Jimmy Warren. It stars Judah Lewis, Samara Weaving, Emily Ann Lynn, and Jenna Ortega. Now, this movie is 2 years after Cole survived a satanic blood coat. He's living another nightmare. Guess what? It's high school! And guess what? The demons from his past, they're still making his life a living hell. Oh boy, Cole can't catch a break. Now, of course, no one should be surprised that we get a sequel from McGee's hit horror comedy 2017's The Babysitter. From Samara Weaving's performance as the attractive babysitter B, the chemistry she and Johia Lewis had, the over-the-top gore, and the charm that horror fans enjoyed most about the film. It was a nice, exciting film that Netflix had for us, and everyone mostly enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it as well. I'm really not a good fan of horror comedies. So, 3 years later, Netflix, along with McG and the filmmakers, now bring us the sequel, Babysitter Killer Queen. Now, this is set 2 years after the events from the first film. We see that Cole is now a junior in high school, but he is still getting bullied because no one believes his story. That's because he told the truth of what happened that night, and everyone thinks there's something wrong with Cole. Even his parents think that something's wrong with him. Like I said, not only his parents believe him, but only his best friend Melanie from the first film believes him because of what the events took place, and they kind of got close after that event that took place. We see that they're kind of like they like each other, but she seems to have another boyfriend. Looking for an escape, he reluctantly decides to go to a beach party along with her boyfriend Jimmy, and their friends Boom Boom and Diego. However, a shocking twist occurs, and Cole finds himself fighting for his life again with the resurrected Blood Cult members Sonia, Allison, Max, and John, along with the new cult members. Oh no, not again! Cole can't seem to once again catch a goddamn break. Now, the one thing I'll say about this film is that McG and his writing team knew what they wanted to go with this film, as it's very over the top, even more over the top than this one. I mean, they don't take anything seriously. From Cole dealing with his issues, especially from his parents, all the way to the end of the film. We got a bunch of dumb jokes, puns, and silliness that takes place throughout the film. My guess is that they were trying to capture what worked in the first film in this one. And I guess that's the reason why it's very over-the-top, silly, with a lot of jokes in the film as well. While some of the jokes are funny, most of them fall flat and some don't even fit, as it seems like the writers were simply trying to see what jokes would stick and which ones didn't. Let's see if this joke worked. Okay, that joke didn't work. Let's go with this joke. No, that joke didn't work. Let's go with this one. All right, that's fine. We'll go with this one. It seems like because there were 3 writers, I believe, along with McG, and it seemed like they were just trying to find out what would work and what didn't. And sometimes you have too many soups in the kitchen, and this is what you come up with. Now, I didn't mind seeing Max, John, Allison, Sonia, and Allison returning in the film. Yes, all the actors from the first film are in this one right here. But if you are going to bring them back, I would at least have them doing something different instead of rehashing the same stuff they did in the first film. Like, once again, Max is shirtless throughout the whole movie. And it's like, I understand that's his gimmick, and I guess it's the reason why, because, again, you're not taking this film seriously. And, you know, Sonia believes she's the hottest thing since sliced bread, and Allison believes she's the smartest thing since sliced bread. And John is John, but, you know, it really doesn't bring anything new to the film. It's just them doing the same shit that they did in the beginning of the film. And to me, was kind of boring. It's like, yeah, I guess it's funny with how they act and how over the top they are, but to me it's like, yeah, but I saw this in the first film, and to me it's really not funny. I guess some people like it, but to me, I guess I wanted to see something funny, and yes, it's nice seeing them, but to me, they don't really bring anything to the film other than their over the top silliness. Now, I did like see how B recruited them, as that was added something fresh in the film. We see how their lives were going before Bree recruited them, way before they, while she was still babysitting Cole. That was something, adding something fresh, but I actually wanted to see something a little bit more. But again, this is not a serious film, so you had to take it for what you had to take what you can get. Now, as for this new coat, they really don't bring anything new to the table, which is sad because I would love seeing more of them than the old coat. Now, we do get to see some type of competition between the old and the new, but I guess McG really didn't decide to do anything new with that. I would love to see some competition between the two. That would have been decent than to see this old coat rehash what they did before. And that's why I felt as though they wondering if you're not going to do anything new with them, why bring a new code in? Just have the old guys come back. Now, what's really missing is the charm that the first movie had. Now, you really believe the friendship between Bree and Cole, and that's what drove that movie. Even when the other members wanted to kill of the cult wanted to kill him, but she protected him. It was that chemistry that Samara Weaving and Jediah Lewis had. I'll pronounce his name correctly once, but we don't get that type of charm in this film. Now, they tried that with Cole and Phoebe in this one, but this relationship is kind of rushed and it's kind of forced. And I don't fault Jediah and Jenny Ortega, who plays Phoebe. This is the style the filmmakers wanted to go for this one. Now, it could be that we really don't know much about Phoebe, at least till the end of the second act of the movie. She comes in right during the middle of the first part of the film. We really don't know that much about her. Next thing you know, she goes to the beach party. She comes there, but we don't know what purpose until right around the end of the second act do we actually get more of a backstory. But to me, that's really not how you kind of build a character. Even in a movie not as serious as this one, you still want to build something about the character. Now, acting, everyone is okay for me. Everyone knows that this isn't a serious film, so most of all we see is over-the-top acting. At least Jediah Lewis shows the frustration of what Cole is going through. He's frustrated, he's pissed off, no one believes him. His parents are driving him crazy, especially when they decide to send him to a psychiatric, I'll get this word, I can't pronounce these words, psychiatric school because of all the problems he's having. And he just wants people to believe him, or he simply wants to either want to be left alone or want people to believe. And I believe Jediah Lewis shows that frustration on Cole. And obviously, he's the only straight person in the movie, in the film, and along with Jenna Ortega. They both play their role straight, though, with all the other silliness that's going around. Well, Emily Ann Lynn is okay as Melanie. I like the chemistry between her and Jediah, but she's just Samara Weaving. Not saying that she does a good job in the film. I think she's okay, and I like her character, and I like her character arc. She's just not Samara Weaving. Now, there is a very silly scene with Kim Moreno as Cole's father, Archie, and Julio Cesar Chavez as Melanie father, Diego, but it just falls flat for me. It was really nothing serious, and it kind of just didn't really add anything to the film to me at all. Now, we at least do get some decent over-the-top blood and gore when it comes to the kills, which is to be expected in this film, but, really doesn't add anything to the overall arc of the story. They just did it, they say, look, this is what we did in the first one, but at least those kills had some meaning to it. Here, the kills don't add any meaning to it. It's just that, hey, let's have some heads explode, let's have some limbs ripped off. This is what we do. This is the type of film it is. So, but they don't really add anything to the movie other than let's just have some blood and gore. Now, McGee's direction is fast-paced. There's really no slow moments in the film. There's really no different type of tone or atmosphere. It's just plain silliness. But you can tell that most of the scenes were shot on sound stages and green screens. You can tell they don't even hide the fact. That's just add to the silliness of this movie is. Now, if you enjoyed the first movie, I'm sure you'll like this one as well. For me, I expected something a little different. It's missing the charm of the first movie, and most of the jokes don't land for me at all. But hey, look, it's still a silly, fun, and bloody horror comedy, and that's what they were going for. They succeeded it. So, like I said, it's not a bad film. I see worse horror comedies than this one before, but it's definitely not the first one. It's just simply this is what you want. This is what you're going to get. So, I'm going to give the Babysitter Killer Queen 2.5 of my 5 lucky gold coins. 2.5 of my 5 lucky gold coins. Yes, it's missing its charm. It's silly, it's fun, and it's bloody. This is what you want. This is what you get. Don't expect anything more other than it's silly, fun, bloody horror comedy, and that's it. And so there you go. That's my video and my review of the Babysitter Bloody Queen. It just premiered last night on Netflix. So if you want to watch it, if it's in your area, I don't know if it's available anywhere else in the U.S., but it is available on Netflix. Have you seen it? Please leave your comments on your comment section below and tell me what you thought about the Babysitter Bloody Queen. Killer Queen. And also want to thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and like and share. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I put up new videos such as this one as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. I will see you in my next video. I'm out.